So the momentum continues. And yesterday we announced the first brand in client in about 5 years at Intel, the Core M processor and the Core M Pro processor. Really what we're trying to do is make a razor-thin laptop meet a lightning-fast tablet. This is the most energy-efficient core processor in the history of Intel Corporation. And I wanted to share with you a little bit more detail than Renee was able to do yesterday on what you're going to be able to do with this technology. So this is the current 4th generation core, and this is actually the Mac Air design. Amazing motherboard by Apple. Perhaps the smallest motherboard, or one of the smallest motherboards that we did with the current Haswell architecture. What we're able to do with Core M is do something amazingly small. How do you like that? So the real question then is, when you get a board that small, what can you do with the weight and the thickness and those kinds of things? So let me be clear. Yesterday we announced the brand. We're on track to have production systems of Core M processor by the end of the year on shelf for holiday. It's targeted at 2-in-1 detachables and fanless 2-in-1 convertibles. And the traditional Core i5, i7 will continue for laptops, notebooks, etc. So Core M is really an opportunity for us to get very aggressive and convert a lot of premium tablets and even build premium tablets with the Core M brand. So let me show you what we can do with this. I wanted to go into more detail on what Renee showed yesterday on stage regarding the world's first 5th generation or Core M processor Ultrabook 2-in-1. This product, quite simply, in my opinion, is unbelievable, and we call it Llama Mountain. So first and foremost, it's a gorgeous PC. This is a reference design we're doing for the industry, but when you detach it, you're going to have a product that's absolutely in another performance envelope versus ARM. At just 7.2 millimeters thin, it's fanless. It's thinner than today's premium tablets from the premium tablet vendors in the world. It's better than a HD display with a Quad HD 12.5-inch display. The pictures are just stunning. And again, it's going to be in a performance class that's absolutely in a category of itself. So I don't know if you can get a perspective of just how thin that is. And I can assure you I don't have fat fingers. Now, we can take this product, because it has upside on the core processor performance, we can put it into a dock here. And putting into the dock, we've got a design here that actually blows air now over the front and the back of this fanless design, changes the T-skin temperature, and enables us to add about 4 watts increase of the thermal design point and get more than a 30% performance boost. So what we're showing here is we're completely docked. We've got a desktop mouse and keyboard, and we're actually running Photoshop and a number of other complex tasks here that you would normally associate with a core processor desktop. So you've got a tablet, you've got a notebook, you've got a dock that enables you to do desktop, all with this amazing product. Now, it is a reference design, so what I'm excited to show you now is what happens when we take these things to market. This is the Wistron product, and they've taken the Llama Mountain, they started enhancing it with flexible hinge. I can detach it, and again, this is the kind of product that Wistron's bringing to market by the end of this year, early next year. Johnny Shi at the ASUS press event talked about the Transformer book T300 Chi, and we couldn't tell you what was in that, but this is just an absolutely gorgeous design by ASUS. It looks every bit as beautiful as a clamshell, but again, what I'm able to do is detach it. And again, just 7.3 millimeters thin, 12.5-inch display, WQHD display, and 4G, all integrated with a Core M processor. Let me just put my fat finger there one more time. Amazing innovation, and this is the kind of product you're going to see out of the Core M processor. Good stuff? So those are 2-in-1s. We thought, why not go one step further? Why not make something even thinner, something even sleeker? So what I thought I'd show you is what you can do in a tablet reference design, and obviously these have been running Windows. I wanted to show you what a Core M tablet looks like running Android. Versus premium tablets in the market today, this has 13% more pixels than some of the best displays in the market with a Quad HD display. It's almost 10% thinner than an iPad Air at 6.8 millimeters, and it weighs less than 550 grams. And we think it'll have about twice the performance of an ARM tablet. So 10-inch Core M processor, performance class by itself, running Android. Okay, let me transition to another part of the market, and that is something that's clearly been exceeding our expectations. You know, I thought when we entered Bay Trail M and Bay Trail D, we'd have a good run here. But in just a short amount of time, from second half of 13 to first half of 14, the Celeron and Pentium-based products have grown 6x in terms of volume. We now have over 150 designs on Bay Trail M and D, or the Celeron and Pentium processors associated with Bay Trail M and D. 150 designs. Right now, the Bay Trail M Performance is the fastest x86 processor in its class at half the power of what AMD's Vima is offering. And we're seeing that momentum swing back strongly in both Windows, in all versions of Windows, but in Chromebooks and in Android books. And we're not stopping there. Today, I'm announcing that we'll deliver a Bay Trail refresh for holiday of this year, where we'll take the Intel Pentium M3000 and N2000. We're going to deliver higher performance CPU, higher performance graphics, and cost reductions on Chrome, Android, and Windows 8.1 with Bing. So let me show you the kind of product that we're delivering with this. This is the Acer Bay Trail design. We're going to get this down to $199 for holiday of this year. A stunning value design using Bay Trail from Acer. Congratulations, Acer. That's on Windows 8.1 with Bing. What about on Chromebooks? Well, as we've publicly disclosed before, we've gone from 4 to over 20 designs on Chrome. We've gone from Chromebooks to Chrome all-in-ones to Chrome boxes. And we're seeing a 2x growth in volume year on year from first half 13 to first half 14. Acer's also announced a Core i3 Chromebook that's going to be at a $349 price point with now a Core i3 processor in it. So it's not just about Celeron and Pentium on Chrome. It's actually just a beautiful machine at $349. You're going to see Chrome boxes down to $179. You're going to see Chrome all-in-ones from LG available for $349. And Principal Technologies just did a report where they evaluated ARM versus Intel and said that there was more than a 50% productivity gain on Chrome using IA versus ARM on things like opening Google Docs, doing basic things like running Hangouts, and on learning apps. So Chrome has momentum, and Intel architecture is scaling from Celeron to Pentium and even Core i3. Thanks to Acer for letting us know that. Okay, let me transition now to user experience, and there's 3 things I want to talk about. The first is Intel's vision to eliminate all wires from all computing. The second is delivering a real voice assistant that can help you with your daily life. And the third is transitioning the world of 2D to 3D. So let's dive into it. What do I mean by no wires? We're on a path to eliminate wires for display and HDMI cable, wires for charging with a charge brick, wires for docking like USB, and transfers for wireless data like USB, DisplayPort, all these kind of wires. A true no wires experience. Let me dive into each one of these and explain where we're headed. So first, on Intel WiDAC. Intel WiDAC is based on industry standard Miracast technology that's now integrated into Windows and Android operating systems. We've had a 65% compound annual growth rate on WiDAC in the last several years. WiDAC, very simply put, is the world's best Miracast experience. The best connection times to the TV in a matter of a few seconds. The latency that you get, so you can actually do things like play games wirelessly on your TV or monitor, as well as drop times. You don't want to be out presenting and have the connection drop. On receivers, we'll ship 17.5 million TVs or adapters this year, and there's a 45 million installed base now of wide-eye receivers out there. And this year we're going to cross 100 million wide-eye enabled PCs. And for holiday, we'll have wide-eye integrated into Windows and Android tablets, fully supporting what Herman will talk about here in a few minutes. And what I'm excited about is the adapter folks are getting very, very aggressive as well. What used to be this big box is now, with Action Tech and their Screen Beam 2 technology, as simple as plugging this into an HDMI port in the back of your TV, and you're fully up and running with integrated Intel wide-eye. So thanks to Action Tech for the work they've done on cost reducing and making this, something that we can all work with this year. Okay, so what's after wireless display? Well, the next job is to remove USB cables, HDMI cables, DisplayPort cables. And today I'm excited to show you the first time demoing Intel's Maple Peak wide gig docking solution. What we're going to do is, first of all, our vision is to be #1 in wide gig silicon in the world. We'll be in production by the end of this year, with systems launching in 2015. We are going to deliver both the transmit side and the receive side with wide gig silicon. This is going to be ideal for dense office environments. For those of you who don't know wide gig, it's 10 times faster than 802.11n and 3 times faster than 802.11ac. But maybe I can just show you what wide gig is capable of. And again, I'm showing you a demonstration of something that's months away from production, so bear with us. But Craig, why don't we show what we can do here?
Okay. Well, as you can see, I actually have this great Broadwell 2-in-1 system, and I'm playing a video over here, but it wouldn't be great as I'm approaching back to my desk if I was just able to go ahead and throw down my 2-in-1, and just like that, it was able to go ahead and attach up to a dock that I have currently enabled on my desk. So what we have is the wide-eye dock that's enabled down at the bottom. It's actually built into this great full HD 1080p monitor. But then again, it's not just the video or the wireless that we're sending over here, but it's all of the connection that I have on my desktop. So again, I have a full great connected view for all my productivity work, but all of the storage, again, my keyboard and mouse that I have here, and everything that I have attached on as far as storage to the dock itself, I can go ahead and pick up just right where I left off.
So the wide gig silicon, certainly this is going to get integrated into the notebook or 2-in-1. This will get integrated back into the monitor. You can then have I/O, like your external storage, your keyboard, your mouse, all interacting back and forth over wide gig.
Anything you want, you'll never have to play.
Right, and if you walk away, obviously it'll disconnect, right? How many feet?
About this many.
There you go. Great. So we're excited that the first usage model will be corporate docking, but we've already got notebooks from companies like Dell that are looking forward to getting this technology in as we go into the year next year. So that's wide gig, and that's USB, HDMI, and DisplayPort cables. The next is wireless charging, and Intel has joined the board of a standards organization called A4WP. It's supporting magnetic resonance technology, and that's something that eliminates a lot of the hassles of today's inductive technology. We're very excited about this. The problem with inductive today is you had to have, first of all, had a pad, and you had to have a direct connection with a pad. You had to exactly position your phone or tablet within a few millimeters or it wouldn't charge. So why are we seeing such strong momentum? Let me give you a demonstration of what we're doing here. So what I've got here is just for demonstration purposes. This is an LED field. And I can set it on top of a table that you might see at Starbucks or at your airline lounge. And as you can see, it's basically generating a charge field. Well, how is it doing that? We'll basically design these charging coils into things like charge mats. So you can put these on top of your desk at home. But you can also just very simply mount these under a table. Simple power cable, and you can transmit now with magnetic resonance through 2 inches of wood. And the other benefit of magnetic resonance is it's not one-to-one. So if you're at a table at Starbucks and you want to charge your headset, someone wants to charge their phone and tablet, you want to be able to do that together. So here I've got a wearable earpiece, a Bluetooth earpiece. You can see I set that on there. You see, everyone see the blue? Charging. I'll take this Samsung Galaxy phone and I'll set it on there. And you can see on the screen, can everyone see that? It's now wirelessly charging. I can build, on this Samsung tablet, I can build a cover that actually has the coils built into the cover if I don't want to embed it into the tablet. And I can set that on there and start charging. And where Intel comes into play also is contributing IP to a spec that will ultimately support 20 watts and higher so that your PCs at the airport can get charged the same way as your wearable devices, phones, and tablets. So here we have an Ultrabook reference design. If you slowly set it down, you see the screen size changing there. So it's charging that directly off of there. And very simply, you can see the coil design underneath there. It's sitting under the table and resonating through the table. So from wearable to PC, this technology is coming in a very, very fast way. So what's going on with the standards and what's the call to action if this is interesting? Well, first of all, we're excited that we're actually partnering with Samsung and Qualcomm and Broadcom and Witricity as board members to drive this technology forward. So I think hopefully you see good industry momentum there. You can see the absolutely massive commitment from the industry to go after this, from car manufacturers to PC manufacturers, etc. And today, I'm proud to announce a number of new entrants that are either new or will be upcoming in the next few days and weeks, with Fujitsu, Lenovo, Dell, Logitech, Foxconn, Panasonic, Asus, and Toshiba, all supporting the wireless charging standard. And if you look up here, I'm going to show you a few of the designs. This is the first ever showing of wireless charging A4WP compliance integrated into a Lenovo Yoga system. So you can see from a Z-height perspective, not a lot of Z-height impact. This is the IdeaPad Yoga. This is the Dell Inspiron convertible, again integrated with wireless charging capability. This is a Dell Venue Pro 8-inch tablet, integrated with A4WP compliant wireless charging. But you can get into this in different ways. We can build very simple covers for your phones, and we're working with the industry to enable all the phones to have covers that you can add as upgrade accessories. This happens to be an extra battery, but instead of plugging in a USB cable, you just set the phone down on top, and you can be charging just from this extra battery pack. Different charge pads, and this is even a concept clock radio where the charging station is actually built on top of the clock radio, so when you go to bed at night, you just drop your phone down and you're charging overnight. So a lot of innovation to get rid of that power brick. Our vision is in the next generation core processor, after Broadwell, we'll build reference designs to eliminate all cables from Ultrabook and 2-in-1 PCs for wireless display, wireless charging, wireless docking, and wireless display. Good stuff?